And as you will find out slowly that he's an amazing speaker, and the way he comes up with all his the speeches, and it'll be very personal, and it'll be a very nice speech. Thank you, Hare Krishna Prabhu. And also a warm welcome to their families, Brajbhakti Mataji, Parikshit Prabhu, and their son, this is son Parikshit Prabhu. So all of them serve in the temple. So they are a big role model for all of us. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
There's a lot of space here. So we request all the devotees who came now, they can come forward. Those who come a little later, they can sit behind you. Please, there's a lot of space. You can remove the heart. Hare Krishna, it's falling up, Prabhu. It's falling up. So we sing quick Jai Radha Madhav. Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari 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 Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Ranaranjana Yashodanandana Ranaranjana Yashodanandana Ranaranjana Yashodanandana Ranaranjana Yashodanandana Ranaranjana Yashodanandana Ranaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Natira Vanachari Natira Vanachari Natira Vanachari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jayo Rama Radha Vrindavan Nata, Radha Vrindavan Nata, Radha Vrindavan Nata Radhe. Jayo Radha Vrindavan Nata, Radha Vrindavan Nata, Radha Vrindavan Nata Radhe. Jayo Jagannath, Jayo Jagannath, Jayo Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. Jayo Jagannath, Jayo Jagannath, Jayo Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita, Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Hare Krishna. Thank you all. Welcome back, Mothers. Today, I want to thank Ram Kirtan Prabhu, leading wonderful Kirtan. He set the pace. So, a discussion for the next 45 minutes will be based on that, churning the consciousness. So, we all know Sunday feast starts at 11. So, first 30 minutes is sitting bhajans. So, you know what happens when you sit and do bhajans? It's nothing but absorption. That brings absorption. It opens the heart to become fertile. Can anybody grow the plants in the rocks? It had to be, land should be fertile. So first we have to set the consciousness. So that's the reason we request everybody to come 11 o'clock, set the consciousness, the purpose of the why I am here, and then after that you come to the class. If you directly walk into the class, you don't appreciate because there is no digestion. If there is no appetite, so we cannot appreciate the food. If there is no hunger, hungry has to be created. Fertile land like a heart has to be churned. So that's we're going to talk, and then I'm going to take a pastime from Srimad Bhagavatam and then compare that to chanting the holy names. So chanting the holy names is churning the consciousness, like when we chant here, it brings auspiciousness. And then as that happens, there's so many things happens. How do you recognize what happens? What's going on? How do you know? Like if you want to go from here to New York, so we take GPS, we put the destination. So as you start driving, you know how far you are, how far to go. What is things comes in between. You need to plan. So a journey back to spiritual world, also you can plan humanly possible what we could do. So then I'll draw parallels between this pastime, what I'm going to say, churning the ocean of milk. We did in our Saturday home program. I'm doing for some of them it will be a little repetitive. So drawing pastimes of churning the milk, what happened? Compare that with churning the consciousness of the holy name, what happens? So this is very relevant in my opinion. So one time Indra was going on his Airavat. In his, I don't know his Airavat, but his Airavat comes after churning the ocean of milk. So he is going on one elephant carrier. So that elephant carrier is carrying this Indra. As he passing by, he is looking after. Indra is actually a demigod, the king of the demigods. He lives in Swargaloka. There is a planet called Swargaloka. And then passing by his guru Brihaspati. He has a big garland. He had a garland. He was walking. He looked at his disciple Indra. When he looked at it, he felt so happy. It's natural when you see devotees, we say Hari Bol. We have to, because why? We remember seeing a devotee. We remember object of devotion. So we say happily Hari Bol Prabhu, Hari Bol Mataji, thank you. So they also say same thing. So when we don't feel happy when you see the devotees, that's a problem. That is very, very dangerous. When you see some devotee, if you don't feel happy, even if you don't, but just act, oh, he's a devotee, they would have done so many bad things, this and that doesn't matter. But at least they are devotees, they're chanting, or they are trying to do devotion service. They are on the path of purification. Okay? So now, when Brihaspati saw his Indra is coming, his disciple, he removed his garland, he offered to him. When he offered to him, Indra also felt happy looking his guru. He also felt grateful. Then, after he passed a little bit, few steps away, then he removed the garland. Out of passion, he gave that garland to elephant. What does elephant do? It's an animal. You don't understand. He took the garland, it placed, and just threw it, and he stamped on it. So intention, we do the devotion service, we should not do in the mode of ignorance and passion. At least try for goodness. Even the charity or whatever you do, or else you can fall in the passion, ignorance. When that happens, it has repercussions. So when Indra did that, his intention is not to insult his guru, but his action reflected that. He was little careless, he is insensitive. So those two also is very important in the path of bhakti. So when Brihaspati saw that, when a king yadyat yachariti sayat tat evato jaya sayat pramanam kurite lokas tatanutade. In Krishna says in Gita, when he comes, he set the standard so that common people also follow. When a great person follows, common people follow. The king of the demigods is doing a mistake, and common people take this as a norm. That's the reason this, we will do some other time. Justice versus mercy. There is a other concept called justice and mercy. We should be very careful. So sometimes we may chastise devotees or punish, but not out of love, out of vengeance, or not out of vengeance, but love. But it need to be said so that they will know. So now, when Brihaspati saw that, he wants to curse Indra. Because this is not right, what you did. So, you don't belong to Sargaloka. I curse you because you think you have everything, you're proud, you lose everything what you have. You think what you have is, you lose everything. Because nothing will come anyway. When we come nothing. Bring nothing. When we leave, we take nothing. But we claim. So that's a false prestige. So immediately Indra lost all the powers. When we please Guru, we get all the powers from Krishna. When we displease Guru, we lose all the powers. And then immediately demons or Rakshasas eventually found out this, what happened, and then they pleased their Guru, which is Shukracharya. They got the power and they took all the Indra's position and his subordinates, his subjects, they took over everything. So Indra is overnight from riches to rags. So he is so humiliated, he was being chased out for demons. He was running out. All these demigods who followed his rule, Indra, Surya, all those things also been chased out. The demons took over. So who was the demons king in this time? Bali Maharaj. He wants to become Indra. So when that what happens, when this material world is always competition. So the more we become senior, somebody else is also think same thing. So it's always safe to become always new. It's always better to work with the new devotees also, because they have appreciation. There is innocence is there. 5, 10, 15 years now, I'm senior. People should recognize. So one of my senior god brother told me one time, when you're in the management, you tell others what to do, but if you're not part of it, it's a matter of time. Whatever you say, you should be part of it to experience that. What is that rasa? So one time in New York, there was one big leader. There was a 30-40 brahmacharis were there, and he was telling what to do. He was on sannyasi list. One fine day, he blew. He has to leave. Nobody knows where he left. All brahmacharis lost their fate. They left. I asked one of the brahmachari, then what happened? He said he was so accustomed to tell others what to do. He don't know what is the meaning of doing that. But others did it. They are there, but he didn't have nothing to reference. There's no rasa. So the same thing happened to Indra. The long story short, and then now everybody is suffering. The demons, they read their own way. The Krishna will teach us to somebody all the time. What to do sometimes, what not to do. So the demons started chasing, harassing the demigods, and they all ran to Brahma. They all ran to Brahma. Brahma, please, Krishna, Mahabaho, Krishna, Mahabaho, please help us. It's like, there's nothing I could do because you made a mistake. So what I can do, one thing, I can take it to the person who can help us. So they all took it to, Brahma took all of them to Vishnu. So from here our story starts. If you just compare, somehow or other we come in contact with the devotees. We start chanting. It's called Sadhu Sangha. First is Shraddha. We have little faith. Then we start reading Bhagavad Gita, associate devotees, attend the home programs, do some service. Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya. So when that happens, there is always some instructions which will senior devotees will give, which is based on Srila Prabhupada's teachings. So now Vishnu understand the demigods made a mistake and a blunder, but he did not chastise them. He gave wonderful instructions. I'll just read the instruction. So beautiful what Vishnu said. Systematically he said, okay, done is done, there is nothing we do. Human nature is to make mistakes. No one is perfect. You made a mistake, but he doesn't hold them. Okay, now what you can do. Amazing, what you can do. He says, but it comes with a price. You have to go make peace with the demons. He says, they are the one chasing out, they are the one creating problem. They did not say anything. Okay, they understood. Now, when Vishnu says, there is no question of ifs and buts. He knows past, present and future. So they said, okay, what is the first instruction? Make peace with demons. Right now, they are favored by the time. Who's the time? He. Krishna says, Aham calls me. But right now, because they pleased Guru, so now you have to wait for the time. Time has three aspects. What is that? First means, a lot of people, they compete with the time. I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to go there, I want to do this. Time doesn't stop. Time moves on. In the meantime, during the time period, they all get frustrated, they will be miserable. Whose time? Time is Krishna. Does anybody can compare to Krishna? Second part, yeah, we will do. When the time comes, I'll do. Yeah, I know I have the time. I have to do it. I know I'll do it. So what happened? Time will pass them. By the time they realize time has passed, they will become lazy, lethargic, all the views complain. He was under me, but now you see, he becomes senior dude. I used to tell him, I used to do this. The judge, they become envious. So both are wrong. But intelligent people, they ride with the time. They wait for the opportunity. And then the time will carry them. So that's what Vishnu says. Time is not favored by you, for you. So wait for the time. And then there is an ocean of milk, and then you need to churn that. Your good fortune is in that. We will take you to a destiny. But he did not tell the details. Right now he said churn the milk. And then he also said how to do that. He said go to Vasuki, he is the king of the serpent, ask him, can you use him as a rope? He is humongous. This ocean of milk is not a little puddle. Ocean of milk is a huge. And then he said go to Mandara mountain and take the Mandara mountain, bring it to the ocean and tie this serpent around it and churn it. You're all with me so far? And he said, be patient and be peaceful. Don't be in anxiety. You do what you're supposed to do and wait for the results. When the time comes, don't be anxious, be patient. And then he also said, what are the things will come during the phases? Don't get attached, but keep doing it. Isn't not we hear the same thing, we chant Hare Krishna, don't worry, chant Hare Krishna. Keep chanting, things will happen. While things happen, oh my God, bewildered. Is that what? One time I was hearing my spiritual master talking to somebody. She came in crying in front of me. What did you teach? I didn't know what I'm getting into. So difficult. So who said it's easy? The other time, don't worry, chant Hare Krishna, will be happy. As we chant, so many, oh my God, where did I end up? Krishna said the same thing. Keep doing. Be patient. Be patient. Anything good in this world is costly. He said further, agree to their demands. He's telling, they coming and complain to him. He's telling, no, you have to work with them, agree to their demands. I said, oh my God. And then, these are the few instructions which Srimad Bhagavatam explained. Every instruction can be in class itself. So now, they all think they are powerful, right? So very mystic people, these people, they have so much of power, this and that. So they all went to Mandara mountain, they lifted with all the people, and then they're like, they brought it. As they're bringing close by, they started realizing their powers is getting short, minimized, exhausted. Their hands getting pain, the legs are getting pain, they became crushed, some of them losing their hands and legs, some of them lost consciousness. They said, Krishna, Krishna, Mahabaho, we thought we were the doers, now we are not, please help us. Is it not when you chant Hare Krishna after 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, when you're thinking, I didn't know, I was reading, I thought I know. Be sitting here and telling is the easiest thing, but practicing that is so difficult. It's applicable for me too. And then Krishna comes in Garuda, bird carrier. He says, what do you want? We thought we were powerful demigods, we are managing this entire universe, but we are crushed by this a mountain. Then he said, Garuda, go get that mountain for this. Garuda got lifted, and Vishnu take that mountain, put on the back of the Garuda, and Garuda effortlessly. When Garuda can carry Vishnu, this mountain is nothing. Brought it, and then he left it in the ocean. There's one more instruction, very beautiful. He told Garuda, you can leave the place now. Why? There is a snake there. The snake and Garuda, but they are what are devotees. Enemies. Inimical by nature, in the sense in conditioned states, but he was very instructive. Like he says, so practical. It's a human. Krishna understand our strength, our weaknesses. The purpose is churning the ocean. Now, if these people looking each other like Maha Purusha, they're going there, it doesn't work like that. So you leave the place. Garuda did not say anything, and then now they started tying that rope around the mountain. They started churning. When they started churning, all demigods took the side of head of serpent. Demons, they took the side of the tail. They started. Then after some demons said, how? We are not inferior. Why we are standing backside? You're supposed to be in front. We want to take. What did Krishna say? Do what they say. Don't argue. Cooperate with them. And then that's exactly Krishna's plan. What happened? Eventually, they switched. The demigods, they took tail, and the demons, they took the head. Head is so dangerous. Sometimes when the danger comes, we don't understand what is Krishna's mercy. Like, they just followed instruction, they were saved. And in the meantime, what happened? Then they started churning, and then the demigods, poison came later. First, heat came. When the heat came, that heat is so hot, the skin is start peeling off, they lost the consciousness, they couldn't even breathe. When that happened, and then again, they all cried. What is it? When I say they cried, we all shout, Krishna, Krishna, Mahabaho, please. Krishna, Krishna, Mahabaho, oh mighty arm Krishna, please help us. We have no other shelter. Only you can save us. And here he comes. What happened? This is what's happening. We thought we could do. We cannot do it. Please help us. Then Vishnu, first incarnation there, he became Ajita. Like a demigod incarnation he took. And then he took the side of demigods in the back. He started churning with them. Can you imagine? We think we are chanting. We hold the beats with chanting. So I draw the parallel lines in between, like, the both pastimes. So we think we are the doers. Prabhu, if there's so many people, I cannot chant. There's only few people I will chant. In the morning I chant, evening I cannot chant. In this situation I can chant. Oh, okay, all the best. If you think you are chanting, they are the obstacles. We should equip ourselves in such a way that we could able to chant anywhere, anyhow, any place. So practice. 1,000 people doesn't matter. Under the tree doesn't matter. Only one person doesn't matter. Secluded doesn't matter. Even the temple. If it is said that when we chant, if we hear, you don't hear anything else. If you hear something else, that means you are not chanting. But we are living with in the heart, mind, which is millions of speakers loud. who can others can disturb us? Even among 1,000 people, if we can hear your voice, that means you only hear that. You don't hear anything else. I was telling some devotees, when growing up I saw Kung Fu moves, monks, and materially they practice that. You can take big warm forces, they concentrate absorption. When you absorb, like we discussed, we did in 11 o'clock bhajans, Ramchandra did an amazing job. So we absorb in the holy name, you don't hear anything else. That's a test. That's a test. So as we move forward, we can hear so many tests. And then now Ajita, along with them Vishnu, started churning. You're all with me so far? And then now what happened? When they started churning with passion, and they started sinking. The ocean started sinking because so much of power. On top of that, Vishnu is also with them. And started sinking, they're trying to bring up, and then now they're going down. Both demons and demigods, both are struggling. Then again they said, Krishna, Krishna, Mahabaho, Krishna, Krishna, Mahabaho, Krishna, please help us. Vishnu comes. What happened again? We thought we could do it, we cannot do it. Please help us. It is sinking. So then he became a Kurma avatar. He became a tortoise. And he goes under the ocean. He lifted the mountain. When we think we're chanting, Krishna says all the best. When we think, I cannot chant, I don't have a power to even move the beats, it is you. You are the one giving sankalpa. Sankalpa is mine. Kasya kartaram apiham vidya kartam avim. Krishna says, I am the doer, but we have to accept that. I am not chanting, but it is him giving the power, can hold the beats and chanting. He is the actual remembrance. He is giving forgetfulness, he is giving knowledge, he is giving the power. So when he is doing everything, what is my problem? I think I am chanting, I am not chanting. Chanting is my desire. The execution is Krishna. So any service we do, it is sankalpa is ours. I just wanted to show up at 9 o'clock in the morning to cut the vegetable Sunday feast. So what happens after that? When we stand in the altar to dressing, our sankalpa is ours, our desire is ours. But the execution we would never, because why? We as a soul encapsulate in this body. Other than desire, we can do nothing. And this is exactly what's happening to demigod. They think they are the doers. Krishna is showing every step. Every step. Now he's under ocean now, he's lifted. Then again they got rejuvenated. And then again they started chanting. And then the cool breeze came. The fatigue, the heat, they are all gone. The cool breeze is also Krishna's mercy. He is with them chanting, he is under holding, and cool breeze is coming. After some time, what happens? He started shaking. Started shaking. They are uncontrollable. They lost balance. When they lost balance, this uncontrollable, and they could not do anything. Even Krishna is with them. He is under them. The favorable wind is there. He is there in the devotee. He is also there as a deities. He is also in the holy name. How much we struggle. Right? Not like one day we chant the super nice rounds. But what happens next again? It's everyday business. So now when the demons and demigods, they started losing the composure, it is going off. And then again what they said? Krishna, Krishna, Mahabaho. Krishna, Krishna, Mahabaho. Please help us. We don't know what to do. Please help us. Vishnu comes. What is again? We don't know. We are watched churning. And of course, you become one among us. You are churning with us. You are under us. And you are giving the crude release. And then now our fatigue is gone. But this mountain is shaking because of the power. We don't know what to do. Don't worry. Then he became Maha Purusha. Thousands of hands. He came on the top and he held the mountain. He controlled, he gave the grip. He held the mountain in the top, he's under the mountain, he is with them churning, and they think they are churning. And we think we are chanting. We think we are doing devotion service. Is anything, we can draw the parallel lines, devotees? As I said, Tasya Kattaramam Api Vidya Kattamam. We are not the doers, only we can desire. So now Krishna in the form of Maha Purusha is holding the mountain on the top. He is under as a Kurma avatar, and then he is along with them. They started churning. And the mountain, is churning the ocean in such a way that there is a lot of agitation in them. And then now, what Vishnu told, what are the things happens? What is the instruction? Keep going, have patience, don't give up. The first alligators started coming out. The motion, there's a lot of animals, right? Alligators started coming out. Huge alligators. And then they just continue. They did not deviated, they were not afraid. And then now, the next is this Vasuki started vomiting poison now. Now the poison coming out. Because the poison, a lot of the demons who were standing near the mouth started burn to ashes. When the balance is checked, if they couldn't hold, and then the demigods, even the pulling out, what happens again? Even though Krishna is holding on the top, the balance is down, it's imbalanced again. Now how do we draw the line from the instructions? When we're chanting, we go to yatras, we are doing service, we are doing Srimad Bhagavad, but still we struggle. She said like that, he said like this happened, that happened. If I go to temple, if I see this person I cannot work with. I didn't say that he's wrong, she's wrong. We all go through this. She said like this. We trying to, including myself, I'm the victim too. It's easy to say saying here, but that's reality. So when poison came out, they're all running out. They forgot what they're supposed to do. Because they could not move forward. I cannot go to Krishna house till that person is there. I will not work with that. I do this service. Put me somewhere else. Initially where we started, Krishna, I'm so grateful. Give me the opportunity to serve. Because why? I like to serve. I like to do when I want to do, how I want to do, where I want to do. The condition. But love is unconditional. So when that condition comes, Krishna says all the best. Over the period of time, what happens? We like to do, that's the reason we are doing it. Everything we do has a motive behind. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, every endeavor has a fault. We are born with our 4 defects. Krishna understands the beauty of bhakti. Krishna understands our inability, our strengths, our weakness. Then he's human nature. He also can tell that, yeah, it's okay. Keep doing, keep going. Now Krishna in the form of Shiva comes there. What is the problem? This is what's happening. Then everybody will work towards. Krishna will not do certain things, or Vishnu will not do certain things as him. So he does, like for destruction, Krishna will never do destruction. So he does in the form of Shiva. He also don't do creation. He does in the form of Brahma. So when Shiva came, they all looked at him, please do something. And then actually Srimad Bhagavatam explained, Shiva took the permission from his wife, Uma Devi. That's one instruction which most of us all have this, I didn't follow many times. So we asked the permission from wife. He said, okay, can I do this? She said, yes. You have my permission. That's what Srimad Bhagavatam explains. And then with the permission, with his power, he concentrated entire poison in such a way that it's small, and he drank it. So we all know. Then he didn't go inside. He put it inside his Nilakanta. So his neck became blue. So he became Nilakanta. So that is his compassion. Then after that, what happened? The demigods in that condition, they came back and they took the serpent. They started churning the demigod with the demons, and Ajita also there. All these times, beautiful, Ajita did not speak a word. He is one among them. So do Kurma, so do Maha Purusha. They are all the Vishnu, but they didn't. Because why? They know who is talking here, let him talk, which is Vishnu. Okay? And then now after that, demigods prayed offered nice prayers. And then slowly, from when there is Srimad Bhagavatam explains, when we drank and some of the drops fell down from the mouth of Shiva, and that actually being absorbed by some living entities, they got poisonous. Before that, they were not poisonous. Scorpions, cobras, and some poisonous trucks, and some animals and some creepers. They got that. And then after that, what happened? So they keep churning. When they keep churning, it's not only bad things. The first thing good came out is Surabhi cow. When we're chanting, when we associate, realizations will come. We feel happy. It's not always miserable. Like, so sometimes we feel so happy when you hear the lecture. What a nice realization. We get the dreams of Krishna or Guru. Then we feel bliss when chanting. So that also happens. So Surabhi cow comes. As soon as Surabhi cow comes, all the sages there, they said, we want that. And neither demigods nor demons said anything. Okay, please. So because why? It gives the cows, from the cows milk comes, from milk, yogurt, ghee. So they use it for sacrifices. Then the big Uchasravas, a big, beautiful horse came. When it came, Bali Maharaj came. He was there, he said, I want that. So the demigods did not say a word. Okay, that's one, you take it. There's another instruction here. They did not put any condition, because why? What did Indra said? Cooperate with them, listen what they say, work with them, don't demand. When they said that, the transformation happened in the demigods or the demons. Because why? Followed by Airavata came. Then Airavata came, and Indra said, I want it. There is no hesitation or demand from the demons. When you give, we receive. Relation always give and take. You cannot always give, always take. Sometimes you have to let it go, whether good or bad. So first, when Uchasrava came, when Bali Maharaj took it, they didn't say anything. So Bali Maharaj allowed Indra to take. Okay, because he was happy. So why? One of the instructions of Vishnu says, make them happy, right? And then now, followed by Airavata, that so many she elephants came. It all went with Airavata, and then it went to Indra. Then a beautiful Kaustuba jewel came. Everybody looked at, and they didn't say a word. And then so unanimously they said it should become to Vishnu. Vishnu standing there. They offered him Kaustuba jewel. Vishnu said, okay, thank you. We're all sharing now. Spiritual life is sharing. So now Padmaraga jewel came. That also they offered to Vishnu. Padmaraga jewels is explained actually based on the sun hitting there. It generates so much of the light and self-effulgent. Then after that, Parijata tree came. Then Indra said, I want it. So then they got one, they didn't say anything. After that, so many things going with. And the Apsaras came, Indra took it. They did not say anything. And then now, the beautiful thing, the goddess of fortune came. Before it was not there, it is there, it's part of this Leela. So when goddess of fortune came, she's so beautiful. Both the demigods and demons, they did not recognize as a goddess of fortune. She's a beautiful lady, and they all want. But they didn't say anything. Vishnu is there, and then they were all looking. And then all the demigods came. They offered wonderful. They all understood she's a very special person. Varuna came, offered nice garlands, and Vishwakarma came, gave nice ornaments to her. And Saraswati came, she gives a beautiful necklace to. And Brahma came, offers the lotus flowers. And then people from Nagaloka came, they offered a lot of earrings, like jewels. And then she took all of them, she started scanning everybody. What's happening? I come here, what is my duty now? You all want to hear the next what happened? It's beautiful. So, and as we chant Hare Krishna, as we years pass, become seniors. She or he doesn't matter. After some time, Guru come, recognize you. Devotees come, recognize you. You will be in the management. You become a center of attraction. We think we deserve them. We think we believe them. Others glorify. You're a senior. Yeah. Next time, we expect them. If they don't do it, what happened? We demand them. So what did Lakshmi did? She looked at everybody. Everybody wants. And then she looked at who is here. Everybody wants me. Who is free of anger? She said, I'll pick based on my terms, but here are my terms. Who is free from anger? Everybody looked at each other, they bent their head. And everyone looked at Vishnu. He was smiling. And he didn't say a word. It's obvious. In path of bhakti, we have to be honest. At least to myself, or at least to yourself. But we have to be honest to ourselves. So that's what the demigods, demons, they went through so much of this drama. Now they understood. Next is, who is free from material desires? The reason they are churning the ocean is for the nectar. And then, who's standing there? They all looked at Vishnu. He didn't say a word. And next, who is free from lusty desires? Everybody was, And then she said, who is free from three modes of material nature? Mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance. People come from ignorance to passion, passion to ignorance. I'm a decent person. I didn't do any bad things. I'm good. I know a lot of scriptures. I can quote, I can sing, I can dress, I can cook. We get caught with the mode of goodness. Even free from that mode of goodness. Not even one, including Brahma. They all bend the head. And then says, whose behavior is good all the time. I'm good on Saturdays, not on some maybe this kind. No. All the time, who has a good behavior? And then, on top of that, even somebody has little here and there, all of them, what we discussed so far, but who has all of them all the time, which is eternal? And nobody. And then on top of that, who is independent? My dear devotees, who fit all these criteria? What is that? Yeah. And then she royally walks towards him. Now compare that with the chanting holy names. We are drawing the parallel lines. Chanting Hare Krishna. All these things comes. Name, fame, power, adoration, singership, dancing, this and that. Krishna says, Shraddha, Ato Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya. You all know this. Anatta Nivritti, even all anattas are gone. Next is Nishtha, the form. It doesn't matter, as we discussed, when we are 1,000 people, when we are happy or not happy, in distress, favorable, not favorable, somebody spit on his face, changes, doesn't matter. Somehow or other, when we come to that stage, when you hold the beats, it's between just me and God. Krishna, you only God, there's nobody else. From there comes Ruchi. People say so many times, I don't have a taste. Obvious, unless we pass all these things, taste will not come. Lakshmi will not come. Opulence will not come. So now that Nishtha will only take us to Bhava and then to Prema. The Prema is nothing but Radharani. Unless we keep going in the same path, day after day, week after week, month after month. If somebody sees when you're washing the pots, when you're doing preaching, this and that, nobody sees, doesn't matter, rain or shine doesn't matter. Somebody knows or none doesn't matter. Every day, every year, every week, till the last, we keep going. Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtan. That victory is sure. It is. Krishna says, without a doubt you will get that. But till then, we don't know. It can be a minute, it can be a week, we never know. We keep going. This is the story we can learn from churning the ocean. What happened? Comparing that with the chanting Hare Krishna, or churning your consciousness. So, this is the thing I wanted to share. So, we have a few minutes left. I just want to conclude. So, when Indra offended his guru, he lost powers. When the demons pleased their guru, they got the powers. So, they all came to Brahma. Brahma took them to Vishnu, and then Vishnu gave the instructions. So, what are the instructions? Very quickly, he said, make peaceful with the demigods, demons, churn the ocean of milk, use Vatsiki serpent, then be patient and peaceful, no agitation, no anger, cooperate with them, and make peace proposal to the demigods, demons. And then now he, one by one, what is the first avatar? He became Ajita, because they could not churn, and then before that, Garuda has to come and help them to put in a mountain in the ocean. Then after that, he was churning with them, then he sent a favorable wind. Then after that, what happened? He started sinking. He came, Kurma, and lifted. And then again what happened? He started shaking. He became a Maha Purusha, standing in the thousands of heads, and then he was holding on it. He is doing everything. So somebody asked Prabhupada, what is the peace formula? Bhoktaram Ignatapsam Sarvaloka Maheshwar. That is the peace formula in Bhagavad Gita. So now when we come to temple, we think like, I can do this service, I can do this service. Is that so? All the best. We can do nothing. Ichcha Deshasamidyena Dvanda Mohena Bharata. Other than desiring, we can do nothing. We had to accept that. But Sankalpa, I want to do. That is we have. And then he does through us. Tasya karta ramadhyam vidya kartam abhyam. Because we are just insignificant, he will do through us. Same thing. When you start chanting Hare Krishna, so many things will come, bad things comes out, good things comes out, but somehow keep marching. It's favorable, doesn't matter. Not favorable, doesn't matter. Happy, doesn't matter. Somebody praises, somebody condemns us. We may feel bad, we may do this and that, but at the end of the day, but not give up. Keep continue. That nistha stays. Eventually when we come, another nivritti will go, and then that takes us to ruchi, which is naturally, spontaneously, wherever you go, you'll be thinking about Krishna, you'll be talking about Krishna, you'll remember Krishna. It's so natural. That will take us to bhava, which is penultimate state of bhakti, which is prema, ultimate state is Radharani. So, and then we also talked about the qualities of expectation of Lakshmi, who is nothing but Radharani, who offer herself. What are that? Free from anger, conquering material desires, free from lesser desires, free from modes of material nature, and then good behavior. What else? Independent, eternal, and auspiciousness. So all these things will come as a path of, in the path of bhakti to each one of us as a gift when we keep chanting. And the Lakshmi will, our goddess of fortune, or the source of goddess fortune, Radharani, which is all auspicious, will be with us one day. Sri Krishna Sankirtanam Param Vijayate. The victories will be ours. So that's what I wanted to share. The churning the consciousness, comparing that with the churning the ocean of milk. So then eventually the butter will come out. So the Krishna thief will come and steal it. So that's our hope and our purpose. And then that's possible every day, wherever we are. So thank you very much. Next 10 minutes we can have questions or comments, corrections. Yes, please, sir.
So you mentioned about absorption, right? Like you should be able to chant even with all the instruments. So if you see our acharyas like Goswamis, go to Vrindavan, right? They have a secluded chanting. Like they go underground, like budget putti, they're small. So they don't want to get disturbed, right? Like they want to focus. So how do we reconcile that? Like we have our acharyas who wanted to have a peaceful place or a secluded place to chant versus focusing on absorption so that you can chant even when there is a lot of distance.
Next question, Prabhu. Can you repeat the question? So question is that when we do absorption in chanting Hare Krishna, it doesn't matter whether we have somebody, nobody, comparing with the Goswamis who are chanting in secluded places. Did they chant at secluded place 24/7?
No, they chose the place so that they can get absorbed.
Short.
That's the cover for them. They could.
Correct. That is there. That is there. At the same time, they are also not attached. So it is not what I want, what Krishna wants when we come to there. And then, of course, they are also build the temples. They were with the people they were chanting the other day. So when they chant, that is also. So now we can do that, we can do this, but at the same time, we should not attach to either of them. Secluded places, Krishna. I can think. I'll chant better if I'm in a secluded place. That itself is a condition. So bhakti is by definition unconditional. So if that's what so desire, if so desire Krishna wants me to put there, in secluded place, wonderful. We will not reject anything, we will not blindly accept anything. But whatever we do, itta vairagya. So both are right. So one aspiring that, but not in the cost of I can only chant better if I'm in secluded. That is not acceptable. Because we don't know where we will be. We will be in an airplane, we may be in deathbed, we may be in hospital, we have thousands of people. If I can accustomed, I can only do well in this condition, that means the test is failed. So in all the cases, so in all circumstances, we will be equipped. Right now Krishna put me here, okay, is that's what you want, let me do this. Because 10,000 people don't let me do it. So because why? Object of chanting, what is the object of chanting? To please Krishna. Either I'm secluded place 10,000 people. So even among 10,000 people I'm chanting, when I'm trying to hear or struggle, that endeavor itself is pleasing to Krishna. I may not hear, maybe still disturbed, but doesn't matter, but I want to try. That is what Krishna sees. He's a God that he sees our intent. He's called Bhavagrahi Janardana. Thank you. Yes, person.
So you're talking that we can only desire, and then Krishna executes. So many times people say, I desire to chant, but I cannot chant. I don't even pick up my bead bag. I don't chant. I have a desire to chant, but I cannot chant 16 rounds or any round. Or I have a desire to come to temple on Sunday, but somehow or other something comes, I cannot come. So are we just not passing the buck to Krishna that, oh, Krishna did not execute. I had a desire, but no, Krishna did not help me execute that desire. So I wanted to cook a nice Sunday feast prasadam, but I just messed up. I had a desire, but I messed up. So I'm not fault because Krishna executed the thing. So
it says the desire is not strong. If the desire is strong, it automatically happens. That's a test, that's a determination. See, what is absorption? The intensified desire. See, when you sit there, when you're listening, my desire is to listen. I'm here, I'm sitting and listening, my mind is somewhere. Why this raga, why that raga, why you should have, somebody else would have singing, I need to go there. No. So shut off everything. Right now I'm in front of Radhanattabar. I'm listening, nothing, every word here with absorption. So when a desire is strong and stronger and strongest, then Krishna is obliged, even though he is not, but naturally. Edamam prapadante. Because I'm saying, body will never say, Prem Sindhu Prabhu, come. But I'm saying this way, I'm saying, come. You understand. I'm saying my words, Krishna, Prem Sindhu, come. You understand, he's not that serious. His desire is not saying, it's a lip movement. He or she doesn't mean it. Yeah, I want to feast, Sunday feast. Like, and sometimes people come, they speak 1 hour, 2 hours between a home, after they're leaving that time. I wish you could have stayed back, I want to make a big feast for you when they're leaving. They know they will not stay. It's okay, next time. Yeah, next time, okay. Next time, sure, you have to come and we'll cook a big feast. These are all the drama. And the biggest drama actor is standing there. He knows if we have the desire strong. I've seen sometimes we come to Sunday feast, 1 or 2 people, there's nobody, we have to be, and somehow or other, we start. Somebody come and help. And somebody comes, wonderful. If not comes, Hari, well, no problem, we just go on. Because ultimately we are not alone. We were never alone. We will never be alone. But yeah, our desire should be strong. That's what the Nishtha. Yeah, favorable doesn't matter. Not even an inch shaking. Keep going. Yes.
So the faculties of the soul are thinking, feeling, and willing. So this feeling is this desire, but we could have like multiple desires within us simultaneously. Materialistic desires, desire to have spirituality. So it seems like the willing, this is what you're calling sankalpa, that's the real thing that, okay, I may have so many desires, but out of all the desires I choose, this is my choice. Making the choice, that's the actual, that's what Krishna sees, that, okay, I had so many other desires, but I chose to follow the Guru's instruction or whatever, or to chant attentively. So it's really the will.
Yeah. So what you said, the faculty of that is 3 S's, the mind. Faculty of the mind is feeling, willing, and thinking.
So those are also faculties of the soul.
Yeah, it can be, but in general, this is referred as a mind, feeling. I can feel, I can think, I'm doing. But the faculty of, yes, dimension, in my opinion, the soul, by definition, by nature, or the innate nature of a soul is to serve. that can have many dimensions. How to serve many dimensions. But however, thinking and feeling and willing, so they are the three layers of flavors of that, of an endeavor. Like, I can say that I'm thinking. But if I'm thinking, that means I need to empower that. I need to feel that thinking. So right now I'm thinking, but I don't feel the thinking. Like, for example, I want to eat, my favorite dish is rice sambar. I'm thinking to eat, but it's going to manifest. Now I'm feeling the taste. I can smell it. Then we get up, I'm willing to go cut the vessel, boil the dal, and then make offering, and then so everything can be itself, but otherwise I'm willing, I'm doing it, but I have no feeling. Like, when I'm tasting sambar, but I don't taste it. Anyways, I'm just trying to mess up. The point I was trying to make is that thinking and feeling is by individually they stand alone by itself, but they need to be coupled in such a way that based on the what is objective of that.
Right. So the practice of Vaidhi sadhana is that we don't exactly have the desire, to the extent that we're full of love for the Lord, but we're doing because of the instruction.
Correct.
So that's what I'm.
Yes, got it. So Vaidhi, very good. Thank you. So the Matas was saying that process of Vaidhi Bhakti, we just keep doing anything. Vaidhi Bhakti means like doing religiously. It doesn't matter. One day. By doing, that's what I was talking like, Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, and I keep doing Anatta Nivritti happens. Doing Anatta Nivritti as unwanted things keep going. Till they are gone, we will not come to Nishtha. When we come to Nishtha, then only the Ruchi will come. As Vaidhi Bhakti is given to us. So yes, thank you. That's then thinking and feeling, willing can be coupled in such a way that if you see, where does it fall? And it also depends on each person in each situation. So there's a preferences, there's a principles. The principles are there, preferences again. What may think work for you may not work for me or work for you. So it's a dynamic process, but the principle is that keep doing it with a intention of to please Guru and Krishna. By doing it, one day we come to that platform, and then where that platform will help us as a launching pad to go beyond the beyond based on the sensory pleasure, I, me, mine. So it's a him, they, you. Then naturally things manifest, and Krishna sees that, he helps us. And he is actually Bhavagari Janardhan, he understands. And then the only thing is that we have to be sincere. So my spiritual master says, sincere, serious, without ulterior motives. What do they say? Three things. Sincere, serious, without ulterior motives. I can be serious and sincere, but if I have motives wrong, I want name and fame, my sincerity and seriousness doesn't last long. But I have a good intention, but I'm not serious. I'm not sincere. Like a person, I want to come. Yeah, I want to come. When you come, I'll see. Why you want to come? Why you are coming to temple, Prabhu? To show me that I come? No, you come for him. Are you? Yeah, but that's for Krishna also. Yeah, that's also correct. The prasadam. They're coming. That's good, and they get prasadam. Yeah.
So you said first thing we need to apologize to devotees if they have done some offenses, like we have a bad relation with devotees. First we need to apologize. But if they are wrong, then why we need to do it? We need to go and just.
Yeah, it's a one-on-one. It's not that easy. So that depends. Even if you want to say if they don't accept, what can you do? And then if you know that they're wrong, if they're right, so wrong and right is perception again. I think I'm wrong and they're wrong, but that is my perception, right? And their perception, they may be thinking the same thing. So how do you know who's wrong?
That hurts our ego because I feel like why I should do it if they are really.
Yeah, that's a vicious cycle, Mataji. So there is no easy way out. This is a really vicious cycle, and then we all go through the same. Nobody is exempted, including myself. We all went through the same thing. That's the reason, like, keep trying. And there's sometimes, if we try and then leave the rest, the Krishna also knows. But please, I really mean it. I'm not enjoying that. But
we have to literally go and
that's the best. If we could do that, if they allow. If they don't want to talk and they don't want time, and then again it will aggravate. So we better do it in a Manaseva. And tell Krishna, I tried, it's not working out. I look for opportunity. The time is not favored. What did Krishna say to demigods? Since you offended your guru, the time is not favoring you. You wait for the time. Then we also talk about the aspect of the time. To competing the time, laid back, and third is ride with the time. And the time will come. When the time will come in such a way that situation, if you keep praying, one time there is also Krishna in their heart. Things may change one day. And it may never change, we don't know. Because that's a purification. It's not like black and white. So we kept to try all the options. So we'll end here. Thank you all very much. Srila Prabhupada ki. Jai. Now we'll all stand up, put the mat right.